Alright, bitches, we're on to episode 65 of Dragon Ball Super. This episode is called, Is This the Final Judgment, the Ultimate Power of the Absolute God? Now, before I get into talking about this episode, there is a kind of interesting thing that happens, in the next episode preview. They show a certain motherfucker who I'll get to once we get to the next episode preview, but fuck! Come on! Alright, anyway. Fuck! He's back! Alright, so the episode opens up. Of course, we see, fuse or merge. I guess I'll go with merge Zamasu. We see merge Zamasu up there, just kind of holding his hands out. Very similar to how we saw Goku Black do when he first went Super Saiyan Rose. And he's kind of just holding his hands out like, yeah, motherfuckers, suck this dick. Look at this power. And he puts up like this strange light behind him. Goasu calls it straight up. He says a halo. And after he does that, everyone's sort of like, they mention like, oh fuck, like this dude is like the strongest dude I've ever sensed before. And Vegeta tells Trunks that they need to get the fuck out of here and take, Bulma and the garage with the broken time machine in it, and they need to go away. And Zamasu doesn't want to let them, and so he shoots off an attack, but Goku and Vegeta block it, allowing Trunks the time to get Bulma, and they fly off. Now, at this point, Zamasu begins attacking Goku and Vegeta, like, super serious. He uses an attack called Blades of Judgment, which they appear to be very similar. They're probably not the same thing, but very similar to the attack Goku Black used to defeat Goku before, where he shot all those blades into Goku and then they blew up. That appears to be the same thing Zamasu is using here, because they're like these energy blades and, they blow up once they hit whatever it is that they touch. Now, the cool thing about Merge Zamasu here is he uses 3 attacks in this episode. The Blades of Judgment, Lightning of Absolution, and Holy Wrath. So it's like we kind of see the theme that they're going with Merge Zamasu here, as he is the ultimate and powerful god. Revere me and praise me, mortals. It's like, man, this motherfucker. But the attack, Blades of Judgment, is able to fuck Goku and Vegeta up, and it creates a lot of devastation in this city that they're in, and we see, like, we get a look at Yajirobe and the other, refugees who are still left alive. Like, the city is shaking from the attack of Merge Zamasu. And so they go to leave the little underground bunker that they're in. And it's the meanest, sickest shit. So they go to run outside, and this one dude just runs out there in front. And he gets hit, I guess, by one of these Blades of Judgment. And his ass gets disintegrated. It's almost kind of like how Zamasu got disintegrated by Beerus in the present timeline. I was like, holy shit, man. This one dude just got incinerated beyond belief. Like, this is really fucked up, man. Then it cuts back to Merge Zamasu, who begins doing a lot of talking. A lot of the same talk that we've seen Zamasu and Goku Black do in the past. He's bringing all of this shit on. And a lot of these scenes, like, they're focusing on different parts of his body. Like, it is clear, you do see he still has the time ring on his right hand. And I don't know, as they're focusing on his hair so much, it reminds me that, remember, when Zamasu and Goku Black, when they fused with the Potara, Goku Black was in his Super Saiyan Rose state. Now, if you guys go back to Dragon Ball Z, remember that Elder Kai did tell Goku when he was going to fuse with Gohan with the Potara not to do it while transformed, because it could have negative effects on their lifespan and their power, since the Super Saiyan transformation is, it's kind of unstable-ish, and it, puts a great strain on the body. So I'm wondering if that's going to come up here with Merge Zamasu. And then, of course, when we see what happens in the next episode preview, it looks like there might be something to that. It's probably a mistake that Goku Black was in his, Rose form when they fused, he probably should have just been in base, and then they could have transformed afterwards, as Older Kai said, and as how we've seen Vegeto do. So then Merge Zamasu, he creates like this very strange, like purple, like ghost monster thing. It's like really bizarre. This is not really a type of an attack that we've seen before. And this pink, purplish, it's purple, big monster thing he summoned, it is what shoots out the lightning of absolution. And, Goku and Vegeta both get hit by these, and they both get fucking KO'd, and they're both knocked down on the ground. They both revert back to base. And Zamasu just shoots a bunch of these lightning bolts around, just all over the place. And it creates huge devastation to the world. And this is crazy. They show a couple shots, like they show Turtle on top of Kame House, waves are splashing up, there's storms all over the planet. And then they actually show Android 8 in some kind of snowy area. I was floored by this, like, Android 8, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why are they showing him? Now, remember, too, this is not the present timeline. We are, still in Future Trunks' world after the androids have massacred everything. So, interesting that Android 8 has survived all of that carnage, because I'm sure, I don't know, if Android 17 and 18 had found Android 8 and knew what he was, would they hate him? Because they didn't really hate Android 16, although the present androids, of course, are not, filled with evil and malice like the future androids were. So, Bulma and Mai and Trunks, they arrive on some sort of hill, and Bulma gets to work on repairing the time machine. She uses a capsule to bring the garage back out. Mai gives the Senzu to Trunks, and Trunks heads off to go help Goku and Vegeta in their battle against Merge Zamasu. Now, Trunks encounters the refugees on his way over to the battlefield, and he instructs them to go head towards the garage with Bulma and Mai. Now, then it cuts back over, and we see, Merge Zamasu, he's kind of floating there, talking his shit like crazy. This world will finally be cleansed by you filthy mortals, yada yada yada, shooting his lightning of absolutions all over the place. And, Goku and Vegeta, they're kind of like, Saiyans have no limits, you're a fool to underestimate us. And they both power up, and, Goku says full power. And they actually fly into this sort of purple ghost monster, and just by flying around inside of it, they appear to destroy it. And then they go right through, and they go to attack Merge Zamasu. But, just with one hand, he blocks their punches. And it's interesting, he sort of looks like he taps in more of Goku Black's power here, as he kind of gets a similar look to the blades, just that sort of like rose-looking energy on each of his fists. And he uses it to sort of looks like crush Goku and Vegeta's hands. And it looks like it might be shooting electricity into him or something. And Zamasu talks more about how, a god is not someone you should just so be able to casually touch. Your countless humiliations against me are sins worthy of death. A god should look at you from above. Just really, really smelling his own farts. This dude loves to just talk about how much of a badass he is. Now, at this point, Trunks actually shows back up. And he sees, Vegeta and Goku are basically defeated on the ground. And he powers up again. Now, as Trunks is powering up, I was thinking, oh shit, is Trunks about to get another new form? What could this mean for, Dokkan Battle and all these Dragon Ball games as Trunks unlocks 25 different forms? But he just goes into his, Super Trunks form with the blue energy inside of the yellow aura. And, he declares that, Zamasu, don't you look down on us. I'm never going to give up. And he charges Zamasu with his sword. And Zamasu is able to just block it and knocks Trunks back pretty easily with a really cool looking blast, actually. Then Trunks, Trunks has a little speech that he says where he's like, I'm going to use my power to be a shield to the world. Everyone's wishes I'm going to put in this one attack. And you see a bunch of flashes of Mai, Bulma, the refugees and stuff. And he shoots off a Gallic gun. And it's cool. It's as I was seeing this scene, I was thinking it's almost like they're kind of going for a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, against Perfect Cell feel right here. and he's shooting his Gallic gun. And, Zamasu uses the last of the 3 attacks in this episode that he does, the Holy Wrath, which does appear, it's very similar to, like, Frieza's Supernova, or the Beerus ball attack that he uses. It's a pretty similar attack right there. And then Vegeta stands up, and he's like, don't you dare underestimate the Saiyans, and he shoots off a Gallic gun as well. So now we've got the father-son Gallic gun going on. I was like, whoa, shit, this is dope. Like, they're really going for the, the Cell Saga flashbacks, like I guess callback is a good word, but, like, that's fine. Like, this is dope. Vegeta Future Trunks Gallic gun, fucking beast. And, together they're actually able to overpower Merge Zamasu's Holy Wrath attack, and they push it right back into his face, and the Gallic gun and the Holy Wrath, they all explode in the air. And, this is so stupid. Vegeta and Trunks, they fall to the ground, they're tired, and it's like, yeah, we did it. And then they look up, and the smoke clears, and he's fine. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, he is immortal. That's the thing. He says that, he's a combination of Goku Black's infinite strength and Zamasu's immortal body. So he's immortal with absolute strength. So it's like, yeah, Vegeta, you're not going to be able to just blow, merge Zamasu away here since he is immortal. Now, who knows if there's any difference between the fact that it was the Super Dragon Balls that gave Zamasu his immortality, and that could be one reason why the immortality remained in the fused body, or if it was given by a lower dragon, like Shenron or Porunga, if the immortality would have stayed. But I think the fact that it was granted by Super Shenron and the Super Dragon Balls probably does play into the factor of how effective Zamasu's immortality is. Now, Zamasu is pissed at Vegeta and Trunks, and he shoots off what looks like another Lightning of Absolution, and Vegeta actually jumps in front of Trunks and takes a really critical blow. It knocks him out of Super Saiyan Blue into base. Part of his armor's blown off. He loses a lot of his outfit, and Merge Zamasu goes to do another Holy Wrath to wipe him out, and he looks over, and Goku has flown up in the air and recovered enough energy, and he shoots out Kamehameha, and there's a huge clash between Zamasu's Holy Wrath and Goku's Kamehameha, and it looks like Goku's Kamehameha wins and kind of explodes, and the screen is covered in white, and then the episode ends, but it looks like Goku won that little beam struggle there. So, I mean, that is interesting that Goku is capable of winning a beam struggle with the Holy Wrath. I can understand, Trunks in his new form and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta being able to do it, but Goku by himself, it's whatever. And then we get on to the preview for the next episode, which is just fucking stunning. Stunning. So I was thinking, like, man, okay, so that attack for Vegeta, I think Vegeta is pretty brutally injured. Now, Trunks does have, I believe there's 2 Senzu left. So Trunks does have those. That's a possibility. And the very first shot of the preview, you see Vegeto! And then he transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. I was like, what the fuck? I flew out of my seat. I couldn't believe it. I did not think that, like, they would show Vegeto in the preview for the next episode. That might have been a mistake. And then they show, like, the episode title, which doesn't mention Vegeto, and Goku's narration of the next episode preview, which also doesn't mention Vegeto. So it's like, holy shit. And then we see Merge Zamasu is, half of his body is like this weird, like, purple sludge type monster look to it, which might be a result of Goku Black being in the Super Saiyan Rose form. But wow, holy shit. So next episode is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto against Merge Zamasu. Oh, one other thing I should address. Looks like Vegeto, his outfit is completely the same as when we saw him in the Buu Saga. And the earrings he's wearing, they are yellow, so it's indeed confirmed that he's going to get the earrings from Kaioshin, the Supreme Kai from the Buu Saga that we saw. He's not going to get them from Goasu. Now, it is interesting that his outfit is completely the same, because Vegeta and Goku, they have slight alterations to their outfits from the Buu Saga. But then again, thinking about it, it's only very, very minor, so it's not that big a deal. Goku, of course, has the symbol on his gi, and Vegeta has his armor, which he did not have in the Buu Saga. However, most of the armor was just blown off by Zamasu, so maybe that'll contribute to the fact that Vegeto's outfit looks exactly the same. But holy fucking shit. Next episode, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto, merge Zamasu, the hype is fucking real. I was wondering if Toei made a mistake by showing Vegeto, but the fact that we know he's going to be in the next episode now, Saturday's episode is just going to be fucking crazy, man!